welcome back to my Everything and Anything podcast series, where we talk about everything and anything. So today we're going to be talking and discussing cancel culture. Today's podcast is sponsored and brought to you by Twitter. We all know Twitter as the easy-to-use app where you share your thoughts and opinions. You can see what your favorite celebrity is doing at a certain time, or what their thoughts are on a specific topic you're interested in. You can download Twitter on the App Store or Google Play. So I'm just going to be starting off the podcast by giving a brief explanation of what cancel culture is for the people that may not know. It's a community of people who cancel others. By canceling, I mean making people not associate with them or making people bully them. But cancel culture, it started, I would say, like 2010, and it's still occurring now. It honestly just got progressively worse in quarantine, I would say. When cancel culture first kind of came to be, it would cancel people for reasonable things, right? Like, let's just say, I don't know if many of you guys know him, but Shane Dawson. Okay, he got canceled, I don't know when it was, maybe in quarantine, but he would have sexual relations with his cat. He would say the N-word. He did blackface. Speaking of blackface, another example is Justin Trudeau. He did blackface as well. Those are reasonable things to cancel someone. You're being disrespectful to someone else. But the perspective of it has changed quite a bit. You can see cancel culture throughout all different social media apps. Twitter is one of them. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, kind of, because you kind of just have your friends on there. It's not really random people. And sometimes Facebook. Facebook, I would say, because I know there was a time period, I'm not sure if it still happens now, but there was a time where they would censor certain news reports or people's opinions on a certain topic because people didn't agree with them. That is so wrong to me. People have the freedom and the right to share their opinion. And that's the thing with cancel culture. You have to fit in to their agenda. You have to believe what they believe. And if you don't, you're going to get canceled. I almost feel like now I can't even enjoy the apps I've been using for basically my whole childhood now because of this culture. It's just been overtaking the app. That's exactly how to describe it. You will not, if you're scrolling on TikTok or Twitter or Instagram, you will not see a post that is not criticizing someone, that's not critiquing someone's post or what they had to say. The cancel culture community will always have something to say. They will always want to tear someone down. These innocent people for absolutely no reason. I feel like cancel culture has also brought up some more internal issues for the people that they're canceling, like anxiety, depression. Anxiety because, well, people are nervous to post what they actually want to post. They're scared of someone canceling them for no logical reason. Also, depression for the people who have been canceled. They don't have many friends anymore. If they do, many of them are still criticizing what they post. As well as if they do post, the people in their comments, all these random people, these people have never met each other in their lives. Why do they care so much about other people? That's why I don't understand. The cancel culture cares so much about others. It's almost like they have no life but to pick on and nitpick every single little thing that everyone is doing wrong. Even if it's not logical. Like, okay, I'm going to say some examples. So we all know Nicki Minaj, right? She has a specific song, and one of the lyrics say, "I'm a black Barbie." On TikTok, we know TikTok, you lip sync to songs, you dance, like, it's a light-hearted app. Honestly, not anymore, right? Like, this song, for example, white people were singing it, Spanish people were singing it, like, all these different cultures were singing this one specific song because it's a song, everyone can sing it. But this cancel culture would comment and cancel the people who were singing I'm a Black Barbie because they weren't black. Meanwhile, do you guys really think Nicki Minaj cares or wrote the song I'm a Black Barbie for only black people to say? No. I think they think too deep into everything and they just want to pick at people. Do you guys really think Nicki Minaj cares? No. She's getting the money. She does not care who sings the song, right? Like, I don't understand why these people behind the screen don't know who these real life people are, like, who are singing the song. They don't know who they are. They're almost, like, obsessed with this mindset of canceling people, right? So why do they care so much? Like, I feel like people have gotten so sensitive to the point you can't even sing a Spanish song anymore. Like, we all sing Spanish songs, but if you're not in the culture, if you're not Spanish of any type of, like, you can't sing it or else you will get criticized for it. Like, even for me, like, thinking personally, I am maybe not scared, but I am a little, like, thrown off by the fact that I might be posting TikTok or me singing a Spanish song because I think people will criticize me for it, and that's exactly what will be happening. Like, those are just two small examples of how controlling this group of people have gotten over these apps. And I'm gonna bring on a special guest for them. I just want you guys to see this cancel culture. Like, we have the same perspective on it, but I think they will go into more detail and maybe help you understand how bad it's really gotten. All right, so we have our special guest, Eric, here, and he's going to share some of his views on cancel culture and bring you guys along for the rest of the episode.
Hi, Alyssa. Thank you for having me on the Anything and Everything podcast, and I look forward to our discussion about cancel culture.
Okay, I'm just going to start off the basics here. What are your views on cancel culture?
So yeah, I agree with you in the fact that cancel culture started off as something good and has progressively gotten to become something really malicious.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. Do you have any examples of this happening? Like, what is an example of, like, when it started off in a good way? Like, when was it to have cancel culture? When was it beneficial to have them?
Okay, so recently we have Kanye and his anti-Semitic remarks where he's talking about how much he loves Nazis and loves Hitler.
Yeah.
I think it's fair and obviously just to cancel someone over something like that. But like you said in your examples about the Nicki Minaj song, you shouldn't cancel people for things like that. It's just being overly critical for no reason.
Definitely. I completely agree with you with that. And it's not even just the fact of the songs. There's other aspects to cancel culture as well. Like, we could talk about like the medical terms, right?
Yeah.
So certain medical terms are not allowed to be used anymore because they're ableist now. Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone finds something to be offended from.
Yeah.
So everyone takes everything personally.
And too literally, I think.
But we need these medical terms to have concrete definitions of certain illnesses, or else there's just no way of describing people.
Exactly.
Like, they want us to get rid of all labels, or I don't know what their goal is, but what I do know is they like being very critical of people for little nitpicky things, and I'm pretty sure it empowers them.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like you said, with the gender or kind of roles, like, I can't even say, hey guys, because they're not guys, but I don't mean it as in a male. I just mean it as everyone.
Yeah.
And you have to be, like, when you talk to someone, you have to be so careful of what you say.
About it.
Exactly, because you don't know how they're going to react to it.
Yeah, and I think this stems a lot from the internet, especially.
Oh,
cancel
definitely,
culture
yes.
definitely started in the age of the internet.
Yeah.
Because people surround themselves with people who have similar opinions.
Yeah.
So it creates an echo chamber. So it's constantly validating all of their ridiculous opinions about things and justifying their ability to cancel people for whatever.
Appreciate your insight on this, actually. Like, I never really thought about it as, like, an echo chamber, because that's exactly that's the best way to describe it. You know, like, people put these little critiques in our minds for us to critique others as well. And that's honestly how cancel culture has came to be, and it's it's over the top now.
Yeah, it's extremely invasive, and I think it's dangerous to young kids, especially on TikTok, because it's a kids app primarily. They're getting like subconsciously taught to suppress their opinions about a lot of things because they're always cautious of being canceled, essentially.
Yeah, and I feel like when we're limiting people's opinions, our world, our society is not going to be as diverse as we always claim we want it to be.
Yeah, we don't want a homogenous society. We want to have different opinions. And when we have one opinion or a thought there's no opposition to, that can get pretty dangerous when everyone's thinking the same thing, and we could lead down a very scary path.
I agree with that 100%. I just want to say thank you to Eric for being here today and sharing his views with us. It's been really great having you on the show.
Thank you. It was great being on here.
Yeah, so just a closing statement here. Have you seen for yourself anyone or a certain field get canceled for no reason?
So yeah, I'm a big comedy head.
Yeah.
So with all this extremely critical behavior that's been going on, we're not allowed to make jokes, right?
Yeah.
Because everything's
definitely
offensive now to a certain person.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to say something that won't offend somebody.
Exactly. So they have to critique all their scripts to make everyone happy, even though you're not going to make everyone happy.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like limiting the field, like, because people are not allowed to make certain jokes anymore.
Yeah.
And I think jokes are a pretty good commentary about how society functions as well.
I completely agree with that, and they're taking that away.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, thank you, Eric, and thank you for being on the show. We will see you next time.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to wrap up this episode with a word from our sponsor, Twitter. I just want to say thank you, Twitter, once again for making this podcast possible. I want everyone to go download this free app. It's available on Google Play and the App Store. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you next time on Everything and Anything.